Hey, what is going on, guys? Jetxc here, and we've got another Horizon Walker video. And shout out to Render Max for showing more gameplay of Horizon Walker. But I wanted to talk to you guys because there has been some definitely warranted criticism for Horizon Walker, and I kind of want to talk about it. So the game's come out, generally it looks great. There have been some harping issues about the gameplay and even a little bit about the gotcha system overall. So I did a little digging, and the reason I did a little bit of digging here is I'm gonna pause this. I saw a comment, right? So I scrolled down to the comment over here. This is seems to be someone from Korea based off the lettering here, but I'm gonna read this. So, and he basically explains, like, he says this game is buggy and unfinished. Most of the likability of the characters are locked, and the balance is horrible. So Everett is too OP, and there isn't much content to do. Even the optimization is bad, so it heats up and crashes a lot when playing on your smartphone. It's almost like a paid beta test, but we Korean gamers wish they would take our feedback, including the racy parts. Um, Make it somewhat playable and relatable, and release it globally. It's a gem of a game from a small Korean company, and it's a shame to throw it away. Please keep an eye on it. And RenderMax comments here, yeah, well, they're updating almost daily. The game looks more like an alpha stage than beta. So if they have the freedom to keep developing while the game gets some income, maybe it's better than waiting for some big publisher and to make changes like censoring and making it even more pay to win, right? And I think this is an interesting point. So I went ahead and I looked up the game, right? I looked up the company that is bringing us this game, and it is by Gentl Maniac. Some of the people know them as, I believe, devs that used to work on Last Origin, right? And I looked up, I basically translated most of this here. All I did was I essentially did this, Google Translate. Composed of core developers of domestic subculture games, best subcultured game developers. This is the CEO here. I'll just translate it real quick. Greetings to both ordinary people with general taste and special taste, and special people with special taste. And then he says, we sincerely hope that you will find both general and special happiness in the world we have created. Gentl Maniac is safe, right? And then I went to this post here, or I went all the way down here, right? And I saw autonomy here, and I was like, oh, okay, interesting. So I translated. A particularly important virtue in startups is autonomy. Autonomy consists of freedom and responsibility, and people who are autonomous because they solve problems on their own do not need control, so they are inevitably given freedom. We want to work with these people to create games that are creative, unique, faithfully satisfying the taste of subculture users. So they are their own company. They don't have any publisher. Nobody particularly owns them or a percentage of the company. They are themselves their own startup company. And honestly, that is a pretty good thing. I know a lot of people worry when it comes to gacha games when they get taken over by Tencent or censorship coming to certain games. So I really wanted to let people know the type of company this is. It's not necessarily a predatory company, but it's very passionate devs with the vision, and they're giving us really cultured content, right? And the game that they're soon going to bring to global is going to be sort of a game that's still working out its kinks, and we have to give it time to develop. But from everything that I'm seeing, it's pretty impressive for a startup company, in my honest opinion. So I looked up a little bit more information, founded in 2021. It seems like, and again, I don't know how accurate this is. I looked everywhere, but this was the best I can find. 2 years ago, they were able to raise around $6 million, right? And again, they're a startup company. They're not owned by anybody. Nobody publishes their work. And they're located in South Korea, right? So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. And here is their page on Naver Game, which is where a lot of South Korean games are kind of hosted. You can look at updates and stuff. And I looked through here, and yeah, they do update a lot. They do make notes a lot as well. And listen, it's going to be a very interesting game when it comes out for global. And I think it's good to keep in mind for people that are interested in this game. Look, like I said, very solid game. As they keep updating and working on things in South Korea for the Korean servers, they will take whatever efforts and put that into global. And obviously, we have to give them feedback to change and correct certain things. so this game can become somewhat of a hit, right? And I think with the small community that it's starting to gain, I think, it'll start to build something more and more, and this company will grow and flourish into something that everybody wants, right? So, I mean, overall, we can see by the gameplay here, the presentation is good in my opinion. Maybe some others have some other issues. I've heard that people have an issue with the gameplay. Now, I will say the gameplay is, in a sense, unique. Kind of reminds me of like side-scroller games where you run with your group and then you kind of organize and you basically attack the monsters and things like that, the enemies. So it's unique in that aspect. Yeah, definitely memorable characters and everything like that. But like I said, it's just going to be a game that we'll have to let it cook. And hopefully as it cooks, it'll get better and better. But yeah, shout out to Max for showing gameplay. But I thought I'd make this video for you guys because when it comes out on global, it's definitely going to have some critical reviews, and that's fine. But I think knowing where this company comes from and what type of company it is important, because it's not like a Nexon or a Come To Us type of company where they're known for, or even Crunchyroll, where they're known for their predatory actions, right? But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like I said, I'm excited for Horizon Walker to eventually come to Steam and global in general. I think they may come to mobile too, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm out, guys. Later.